What is so unique about Skyrim? Is it the obsession of Todd Howard trying to sell us Skyrim every second week? Is it the big titty mods? Is there something else? My name is Kavou, in case you are new to the channel. I've been making some modi series recently and I decided, or took notice of again, how much I like Skyrim, so I decided to make this very low effort video of why, in my boring opinion, I think Skyrim is so unique to me. You can tell me if you agree with my points or not, you can comment down anything you want to, push the algorithm, like the video or subscribe to help me find my audience. That being said, I am here to yap about why Skyrim is so special to me. When Skyrim came out, I didn't have a good PC. I remember when watching gameplay videos of different games like the recent releases of God of War or Final Fantasy at the time, and the thing is I couldn't play those games, and Skyrim comes out. It's a game that can be run by most of the PCs, and I had this game that is called Skyrim, and you know what's the crazy thing about Skyrim is that I've put tens of thousands of hours in it, and I only had to pay once. Have in mind the first year or two playing vanilla Skyrim without any mods over and over again. Skyrim is very unique because again it gave me this amazing value. This is just the tip of the iceberg. First of all, let me take the elephant out. Let's speak about modding. For me, modding is not the best thing about Skyrim. If Skyrim wasn't as good as it is, there wouldn't be half of the support we have when it comes to modding. It's incredible how big Skyrim is when you look at the modding community. There is tens of thousands of people having their own jobs around Skyrim or being involved around modding, and again, I don't see modding being the best thing and most unique thing about Skyrim. I think modding is just a part of Skyrim, which again shows you how big and how influential Skyrim is. Dropping this out, I want to speak about the game itself. What's the first thing you get when you launch a game? Is the aesthetics. Is the first 5 seconds when you log in. What do you get in Skyrim? You get the music. The music in Skyrim, it is so damn phenomenal. I can drop all the crap on Bethesda and Todd Howard. I don't think the Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be half as successful as Skyrim. However, you gotta give to Todd Howard and the Bethesda team when it comes to Skyrim. Skyrim has the best music or soundtrack overhaul I've ever witnessed. It's not nostalgic, it is just good. When you log in or you load a save and you explore, you go out in the world or even inside the cities, the music, it is so damn immersing, so mesmerizing to hear to. It completely takes you away from anything you're doing or suffering from in real life. The music grabs the exploration and the freedom Skyrim gives you and makes it 10 times more unique and more beautiful. Now when I play Starfield, which by the way I don't, or other RPG games like that, I don't get that feeling because the music and the whole atmosphere, which we are going to talk about later, grabs the exploration and the freedom the game gives you and makes it so much more better. The only time I had this feeling for a game that I can name right now was in Dark Souls 1 and World of Warcraft Classic. I can't remember other games where I was so much connected with the music and how big of a role the music played to enhance my experience, but there you go. Let's talk about the characters in Skyrim, alright? It has been a thing over the past decade or so that every RPG game tries to make the main character, that's you, who is watching this video, they try to make them as vocal and talkative and goofy. What I love about Skyrim, and I've realized that by playing this other game called The Taunted Grail, which is another, hashed-up type of clone of Skyrim, I love when an RPG throws you a main character that never talks, it's completely silent, and this gives you full control of what you want to do. Similar with Fallout New Vegas and similar to Skyrim. Bethesda learned that lesson with Fallout 4. That being said, I love how your character has essentially no feelings, he doesn't care, he doesn't talk, so you can do anything you want. Again, combined with everything I've talked about or yapped about before, this makes it so much more unique. Another thing is the goofiness of Skyrim, and I played Fallout New Vegas because it's a much more of a serious game, if that makes sense, but Skyrim has this thing that Oblivion has, where essentially the game feels extremely goofy, extremely stupid at times, but at some points it also has the sharpness or the deepness of other RPGs. So it has this very mixed way of essentially grabbing the average person and letting them enjoy the game. I cannot see everybody playing Morrowind, for instance, and reading all of the lore, all of the dialogue, or playing something like Baldur's Gate or Divinity and have to read and go through all of that. Skyrim does something very weird where essentially you can have negative IQ and just enjoy the game and have fun and explore the contents of it. Skyrim is nice because it has this thing that I used to hate a lot, but sometimes I look back and I see that it's extremely easy to just sit down, play Skyrim and just enjoy the content it has. Yes, it's dumb, but many times it doesn't make any sense. You can call it poor writing or bad RPG mechanics, but somehow this works because it has those other moments where it's like the opposite, like the Thieves Guild or the Fighters Guild or the DLC with the vampires. I love the quirkiness of it. The other thing I want to talk about is the world, and more specifically the connection I have with the world. Every time I move from Helgen to Riverwood to Whiterun, the world feels so much connected. A guy made a video a few months ago where he had this challenge where he stood for 10 seconds at random locations and there was something going on every time. Skyrim has this thing where the world feels so much alive and so much connected with, which is great for an RPG. Usually the RPG games or the modern RPG games have that Ubisoft type of rusty crap formula where everything is empty and hollow and unconnected. Skyrim does the exact opposite of that, and I love the world of Skyrim. Another thing I love about Skyrim, and I think it's super unique, and I've seen some games doing that, but no other game does this like Skyrim, is that it literally lets you level every single skill in Skyrim. You have smithing, you have heavy armor, you have light armor, you have all the different schools of magic, you have 100 skills, 200 skills, lockpicking, sneaking. Yes, there could be more things like athletics or acrobatics. You have so many options when it comes to leveling and following a build and playing around with that. For comparison, we've got Jack's Seed from Starfield, or even the Fallout games. I just love how Skyrim gives you the freedom to do anything you want, and you have always, if you play the game 100 times, you will have 100 different types of builds that they feel very unique, and when you combine that with modding, it is absolutely perfect.
Perfection.
By the way, I hate the leveling in Skyrim. I love the progression of Skyrim, combined with the skills we're getting and how accessible everything is. Every time I level, every time I put those 10 points into my magicka, my health or stamina, every time I get the extra 5 carrying capacity, or every time I get this one perk point that I can level up my character, it feels so damn good. The other game that I felt the exact same when it comes to progression and feeling your character is growing stronger and stronger was, again, you've guessed it, WoW Classic. So I love that when it comes to Skyrim, and it is so unique when it comes to that. I've played Elden Ring, I've played the Souls-like games, which is RPGs based on combat, but no other RPG could make me feel that way when it comes to the progression system in Skyrim. Another thing that makes Skyrim so damn unique is the size, and not just the size and the quantity, but the quality of it. Imagine Starfield, right? And now imagine the complete opposite, and that's Skyrim. The amount of unique items we have, the hundreds of different armors and name sets and all of that, and not only that, but every time I, for instance, go through the Thieves Guild questline and I get Blade of War, every time I do the stupid Meridian quest with the stupid beacon, and then I get the Dawnbreaker, every time I get one of those unique weapons, it feels so damn good. I just love that about Skyrim. Closing this video, if I could could pick one thing that for me I think is the best thing about Skyrim, only one, from all of the things I've described and the other many things maybe some of you guys think, I will say that, I know this sentence is gonna sound unhealthy, but I'm gonna say it, Skyrim is a very well balanced game. Skyrim, at the end of the day, guys, and that's the super unique thing about it, it's not complex, it's not deep, it's just a simple RPG that anyone and their grandparents can play, and it's a good experience. The combination it has of all of the things I spoke about and of the other many things other YouTubers better than me have talked about, they bring this perfect balance of everything. The music, the world, the environment, the progression, the quest, the lore, the modding, exploration, freedom, all of that, it comes to a perfect balance, and I think the best things in life are the simplest things, and Skyrim is one of those. It's not like Fallout New Vegas and how complex and how far into politics it gets, or it's not like Baldur's Gate where it gives you much more control and a much more deeper lore type of dice. Skyrim is a completely simplistic game. It's the Minecraft of RPGs, and I just love Skyrim so much. It is such a unique game, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. Just a random video. The idea came to me by playing vanilla Skyrim because I'm making those new modding series, and if you're watching this video, if you somehow made it to the end, I want you to thank you so much for watching this. You guys are heroes, and again, I will see you in the next one. And until next time, happy modding.